Hey now, what's going on, people? It's the 5th of July, Monday. We all survived the 4th. Really didn't enjoy the 4th this year. People were really very rude with fireworks this year. I was awakened several times during the night, 3, 4 in the morning, fireworks going off. It makes no sense at all. Other thing is my birthday is coming up on Wednesday. I'll be 66. I'm celebrating already. In many ways, early in my life, I didn't think I'd make it this far, so I'm celebrating right now. We lost another wonderful musician who kept in the background but was part of something that was groundbreaking, game-changing, and I still don't think is fully recognized for how important it is. Rick Lair, the bass player who first came to my attention from being in the Mahavishnu Orchestra with John McLaughlin, just passed away. Apparently he had been sick and had been in hospice, and he passed away yesterday morning. Rick Laird was the anchor of this band. If you know the band, if you know this music, it's very fiery. Lots going on. Very virtuosic playing. You know, John McLaughlin was inspired by his guru and was really into expressing, like, just, it wasn't so much speed, but the idea of the intensity, which led to the speed. So the band was full of speed demons when it came to playing. Jan Hammer, Billy Cobham, inhuman what he did on the drums at this time. Jerry Goodman on violin, and so you had Rick Laird, who was the foundation. He was not showy at all. He didn't worry or play to match the speed. He was the anchor. Really was the perfect bass player for Mahavishnu Orchestra, a show-off. I never got to see this version. I got to see the second version of Mahavishnu Orchestra with Ralph Armstrong on bass, which worked. It worked. I don't think Ralph would have fit in on the first version. So, important musician. I have one of his solo albums with Joe Henderson, Soft Focus. And on here, it's fairly straight ahead, except they do this one track called Thorn in a White Rose. Apparently he wrote it, but it came to my attention from being on an Elvin Jones album. But rest in peace, Rick Laird. Rick Laird. Just a couple of records, because I've been busy this weekend. Band practice with RAF is back in full swing. I met up with my old bandmates from the band Chemicals and Sun Ambulance, and I just love working with those guys, and vice versa. We're cooking up a new project. Busy this weekend, but some records that did get played. Ingrid Chavez, Hippie Blood. She came to our attention through being one of Prince's muses, and in the movie, that terrible movie, Graffiti Bridge. It's a lousy movie. More of a poet than a singer, and I still like her records. Genesis to Revelation, their very first album. This is an original, not mono, but stereo. The monos are the ones that are super expensive, but this is the other one that is rare, more rare than most, because it's the Decca unboxed, that nerdy record collecting shit. I know some of it. I love this album. I love every song. Some people say they sound a bit like the Moody Blues. I hear where they said what they were going for. They wanted the Bee Gees to do their songs. It sounds like a lot of these songs sound like they could be by the Bee Gees. I love this album, though. I remember when I found this album in Kansas City. I think it was in the 90s. and I really couldn't believe what I was finding. It was in a used section. It was maybe $20, and I looked at it and I looked at it and I bought it. And all the way home to Omaha, I just thought to myself, this can't be what it appears to be. But I've looked it up several times, all of the dead wax, the numbers, everything. This is an original stereo. Played some Zymox, Obsession. The music, I just think that this Ronnie, who I got to shake his hand and see live, one of the last shows I saw before COVID hit. Really talented man. I like Zymox. I like the writing, the songwriting. And I forgot to mention it before, but Rebecca sent me some records, and the one that she sent me that I didn't have is pretty good. It's not something that I think I would have bought if I heard it in a store, but having the opportunity to play it at home and kind of study it, it's pretty good. Goat Girl on All Fours. I had no knowledge of this particular artist. Love the graphics. And rather than me trying to describe it, I'd say just look it up. You can hear everything online. It's more rock than anything, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I need to get into it some more. So am I forgetting anything? I don't know. Had played some Lush, also Mad Love. Love them. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it right there. And I want to again thank you all for being decent to me. On my last video, or one of my last videos, I had an exchange with someone about some credits regarding John Hassel and David Sylvian, and I appreciate the exchange. If you read it, you'll see where being in the public forum, when people approach you that you have never met, it can hit you certain ways, and so I respond honestly, and it was a good exchange, respectful. And see, that's the bottom line, is that there is absolutely no reason for anyone to come over here and leave anything disrespectful towards me ever for any reason. So one of my friends this weekend, James, sax player, was saying, well, I never see what you're talking about on your videos. I said, that's because I delete them immediately. What's the point of leaving garbage, on the floor? So, get the message, people. Raise your bar. Raise it up. Show love. Show how decent of a person you are. Show us how good you are. Show us your greatness, not your ass.